Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Elephant Exposed with your man, Mr. TNTBS, Mr. CJ Jones. And I would just like to say, I hope that everyone have had a safe and happy Thanksgiving holiday, no matter whether you call it Friendsgiving or whatever giving it was to you. I hope that it was safe and happy for you overall. And if you didn't happen to recognize it being safe and happy for you, let's just give thanks that you've made it with us thus far. So anyway, let's just get back in to it. The last time my co-host Dwayne Stinson and I was talking, we were speaking about the tragic story of Shanquella Robinson. And we was just brainstorming out loud at like we do, almost barbershop type talk in front of you guys, our listeners. And we was just, trying to stay away from assuming a whole lot, even though some things are kind of obvious. And then, of course, other things have to be verified. So, you have to say stuff like alleged and wink, wink and different things like that. But if you had been on your social media over the holidays like I was, you can clearly see that there has been growth and process in her particular case. Not report on other tragedies and other homicides and things like that. Other injustices have taken place. We just Shanquella Robinson's story just so happened to stand out a little more. And even though there has been an arrest now, and it has been over the female that had that was shown in the video assaulting Shanquella, it does not mean that this is going to be the last arrest. Normally in the world of law enforcement, one arrest will always more than likely, and especially when you're talking about persons of interest or people of interest, um, this is just the first step. Yes, it provides something of a relief for those of us who are just waiting with a whole lot of anticipation, for those of us who have sent out prayers and well wishes for the Robinson family. And please understand, and the lawyer that they have, oh my goodness, this man is phenomenal. I have followed his work on court TV, and I'm telling you, that lawyer is no person to mess with. And so we're just gonna see how far, and what basically, what to me, in my opinion, what this is going to be, this particular case is going to set the tone for anyone of any age, of any so-called privileged background, no matter what your status or your situation may be. You will know from this point on that you can take your behind over to someone else's country if you want to, and try to act out as if you don't know how to behave. Their repercussions are going to remind you very quickly that you are not home. See, back in the days when I was coming up, we would talk in that expression and saying, you better act like you've been somewhere. You better act like you had home training. You better act like this and you better act like that. All our parents was really trying to do was try to prepare us to be respectful of other people, places, and things. And especially if it did not, you had no control over it. Okay, you have no power, you have no authority over that entity, over that person, and over that place. Okay, be respectful. That's all that those messages was trying. That's all the message that they was trying to convey over to us as we were young and coming up. So now, we are waiting now to see. It's going to take if I got my information correct. It's going to be a few weeks. Once this young lady is extradited over to the authorities in Mexico, their laws are not the same as ours. They are not. And this is what, if you were to ask any military personnel that has traveled the world and has experienced the justice systems of any other country, they would quickly tell you, this is why we tell you that as messed up and as jacked up, as racist, as biased, as chauvinistic we know this country can be, meaning the United States of America can be, out of all of the grossness that we got going on, and out of all of those fights and stuff that we still try to fight for, and especially in our Black community, we are still amazingly the best country popping, even when it comes to the different laws. And you guys are going to see why. And if you haven't been following, you can pretty much follow anybody right about now. And everybody is lining up, their stories. Some may shift a little here or there with their speculation, but it's one thing that we're all saying, that we're all agreeing, is that this young lady is going to wish she had never, ever laid her hands on Shanquella Robinson. And the whole group, they call them the Cabo Six. They're going to rule the day that they however they came to the conclusion, they're going to rule the day that none of them wanted to show true accountability and or at least responsibility. And that's the part that I cannot get with. That's the part that I cannot support. Even coming out of Mama Robinson's mouth, the young man that showed up until the day that the autopsy report came out on, man, come on. I mean, like most people say, you were bad enough to put your hands on her. You was bad enough to try to collaborate your story. Well, all of y'all are grown. Complete the mission. Complete the mission. Yes, I did it. Own it. Own it. And deal with the consequences. So I know this is a short video. It's meant to be short. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents out there and wanted to keep our listeners updated. And if you have no idea, if you happen to just, hey, I don't come on social media that often, CJ, what's happening? Just a quick recap. Young 25-year-old went out on a supposed birthday celebration with her associates, 6 associates, going to Cabo, Mexico, and within 24 hours of their arrival, Miss Shanquella Robinson has been pronounced dead due to femicide. What is femicide? Well, femicide is the same thing. I'll put it into our language. It's the same thing as homicide. It's looked at a steeper, more critical level. Here in America, whenever like you assault someone, You have things like simple assault, aggravated assault, and then if that assault is done to a female, then in the Carolinas, it's an element that says assault on a female, which means that, okay, well, not only is this an assault, but you did this to a female just simply because the sex of that female that you assaulted, then now we're going to give you a little harsher punishment. And so in a sense, that's how Mexican law is going to be looking at the homicide of Shanquella, and that's why they're calling it a femicide, because this is a murder of a female, and it's going to carry a stiffer weight, a larger weight. And they're saying that their sentencing carries a minimum, that means the baseline, of 20 years, not adding mitigating factors, aggravating factors, which means that, oh, and because of this, and you recorded it, and nobody reported it, and people lied, and people ducked, and people hide. You saw how I kept doing that? That means I'm adding on to that 20 years. So if you are Ellie watching, need I say less? And if this is your first time catching me here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Please hit like, share, subscribe, and you will catch me covering topics like this. What we talk about is injustices. Okay, we talk about the underreported and the non-reported, and we try to keep different subject matters out there to keep cases like this fresh. And thanks to the pressure of media and what we do as podcasters and so forth, we help expose the elephants in the room, and we talk about hard to talk about topics as well. And the reason why I say hard to talk about topics is because it's not really hard. It's just those kind of topics that people kind of get squeamish about because it's not politically correct. But the name of this show is Elephant Exposed, and that's what we do here. So with that being said, we're going to wrap it up for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this short presentation on Elephant Exposed. And if you have any other subject matters that you would like for me to cover, talk about, or follow, please let me know that in the comments. And in the meantime, you guys take care. Peace, y'all.